Do you know this guy? Born in 1939, he's one of the biggest business gurus in the United States. He published more than 60 books. Ken Blanchard. Now Ken Blanchard, he made a quote famous that he picked up from his former colleague Tate. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Feedback is the breakfast of champions, but somebody has to serve it. And that is you. In this session, you will learn how to serve this breakfast, what not to say, what to say, and how to say it. And at the end of the session, there will be a little twist. Welcome to your breakfast of champions. But what can I say about feedback? My mission in life is help people grow. And what is the biggest growth fertilizer? Feedback. In 2009, I turned my passion for rhetoric and public speaking into a profession. Ever since, I'm a professional speaker and corporate communication coach. As a corporate communication coach, in my first 11 years and 3 months, I had experienced 11,175 speeches. Average evaluation time, 11 minutes. Almost 3 months of your life only giving feedback. I learned about the 3 dimensions of feedback, and the first one is more useless than hiring this guy as your babysitter. Autumn 2000, come with me to Munich, Germany. For the last 3 months, I've been a business consultant with KPMG, the global advisory firm. In this building, office building, Elektrastrasse, 6th floor, I'm walking down the hallway, gray carpet, coffee stains. In the offices, it smells like work. And at the end of the hallway, there's Chris Adas. Chris Adas, a young partner. Chris, do you have something for me? Because I have nothing to do right now. Oh, that's perfect. I have to go to a business lunch. I have a business presentation here. Can you check it for typos when I come back? You show it? Oh, of course. I sit down with my presentation, I check it, and I think, wow, there are more colors in this presentation than Mary Poppins could invent. This cannot be. I have to turn this into bluish, grayish consulting tones. Chris Adas comes back after his business lunch. He's standing in the office, next to him 2 senior managers, and he says, "Can I see the presentation flow?" "Ah, here it is." "What is this? What is this? What is this?" "Oh yeah, Chris, I changed the colors a bit because..." "What is this?" "Das ist Scheiße!" Yeah, there's German that needs no translation. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. But do you like to eat a bad apple for breakfast? People serve bad apples all the time. Negative feedback. Negative feedback is like a bad apple. It is disgusting. It's horrid. I reject it. It's bad for my health. I run away from it. So why do people serve negative feedback then all the time? Bad apples. I didn't like how you, what was missing is, the problem with your presentation is, negative, negative, negative. And I get it. Everything is negative out there. In the cave it's good, out there it's bad. I get it. But come on guys, do we really have to say when something is going really well, do we have to say it's not a problem? My absolute favorite bad apple, negative feedback term is the TOO word. Too fast, too slow, the presentation is too long, the presentation is too short, too everywhere. Does it help you when you receive those bad apples? They're bad apples. Stop serving this breakfast. Much better, positive feedback, the honey. I really like your shirt. I love your charisma. You know, in the meeting today, I loved your presentation. You're such a funny guy. Positive feedback is like honey. It is sweet. It is healthy. I love it. Most people love honey. Now, when I serve honey feedback, positive feedback, I make sure I don't fake it. When I'm at a party in Barcelona at the Círculo del Liceo, the opera club, I say, "That's a beautiful tie, Paco, but the tie is beautiful." That is why I say it. This man here is Dr. Christoph Korn from the Decision Neuroscience of Human Interactions lab at University Medical Center Hamburg-Eppendorf. Dr. Christoph Korn investigated on what happens in our brain when we receive compliments, positive feedback, honey. This means every time we receive a compliment, it's like a mini orgasm. Fact is, positive feedback is great. But positive feedback comments alone is not enough to help others become champions. When you serve this honey, always answer, why was it good? Because only then, when you answer this why, I can learn from it and I can grow. Example, imagine you're in my training. You've just given a 3-minute speech, you sit down and you receive your feedback of the other 7 people and me. Mary says, oh, I love your humor. She loves your humor. Mini orgasm. But do you improve? Do you grow? Mary could say this instead. I love your humor. At one point, you poked fun at yourself and you laughed about your rural upbringing and your strong dialect. And that was self-deprecating humor, and it made you so likable. Now you learn. When you serve positive feedback, the honey, always say, I really like because that's great positive feedback. It helps others to become champions. It tears apart your face, but you still like it because you know this is good for you. And this is exactly how constructive feedback works. Constructive feedback, I call it plus, is like the lemon. It's healthy, it is good for you, it helps you grow. Now, the lemon is not another version of the bad apple. There's a huge difference. Negative feedback, the bad apple, always focuses on the past. You did something wrong in the past and I make sure you stay there. You spoke too fast. You were too loud in the meeting. I didn't like how you. It's always past. But I'm not interested in the past. I'm interested in the future. So what I do in my trainings when I give feedback is I tell people what they can do more in the future or what they can do less in the future to become better. Example, when you add dialogue to your speaking, when you talk to people, like with your colleague, Mr. Miller. Hey, Mr. Miller, how is it going? Then you will have more vocal variety. That's more exciting for the audience. Example, when you add pauses to your speaking, you will give more weight to your statements. Pause more. Example, you use meta talk. Before I start with my presentation, I want to share with you a little anecdote. This is meta talk. Talk about the talk. Take it out, reduce it, and just start with 3 weeks ago. It was a rainy Thursday evening. More or less, it still hurts people. It still tears apart their ego. It is definitely like the lemon, but it's vitamin C, and people accept. The tricky part with plus feedback with the lemon is I have to tell people how to make it better. It's very simple for you to say, improve the presentation, but how? I work a lot with leaders of teams, and they give feedback a lot to their teams, and I always tell them the same thing. If you don't have a how, an example of how to improve that presentation, shut up in the first place. You need to give the how to improve something. When you do, you will help people become champions. Here you have them, the 3 dimensions of feedback. Negative feedback is like a bad apple. Don't serve that breakfast. Stop serving it. Positive feedback is like honey. It's sweet, it's healthy, they love it. But always answer why something is good. And plus feedback, constructive feedback is like the lemon. It tears apart your ego, but you love it because it's healthy. Always answer though, how to improve something. And when you serve plus feedback, the honey and the lemon. My friend, you will help others become champions. But here comes the twist. Because one thing is serving feedback. We also have to ask for feedback. Next time you give a presentation, ask a colleague, what could I have done even better? Which for sure will make Ken Blanchard extremely